kill, but again, you taking any tower damage, you haven't limited Alchemist's space. Apart from the laning stage where they did a good job aggroing him, Miracle's been having a pretty good time. But again,
TC, CNC wrapping around the back. Needs the Radiant Observer. GH has nowhere to go. Another time up on top, and then get a triple TP. Now the other two going to complete. Kuro does. Mind Control will arrive as well.
That is very low value.
Because the 3 TPs
and now they're getting that mid for damage.
The support up on top lane, so you are waiting.
Will rotate.
This is game 1 of A1 of TI, but this is because TI, there isn't really a period of time where you say, like, hey, I'm going to just wait myself over a little time. Like, it'll take me 1 day before ready to fight as a team. Everything happening at the moment.
Three TPs like
it'll take me 1 day before ready to fight as a team.
Yeah, if they... you have this insurance against the Alchemist region in the mid game, even if Miracle gets farmed, they will, until he has a BKB, they should be able to just lock him down with chain stuns and AAOT. Liquid's lineup has save, which is a classic component you sometimes run with Alchemist, like an Oracle, or, you know, another defensive support, like maybe even an Omni Knight offlane or something like this to keep the Alchemist safe. That's not available. This only 1k gold leads to Hitman bleeding, because you're, first of all, you're head on gold against Alchemist minute 14. Very good. Secondly, it's about how strong is Alchemist's net worth actually in this game. He should need quite a bit more.
Well, he's going Radiance and CAC. This is, and if you're going to get to the BKB, that's a lot longer.
Yep.
And they're not controlling the bounty runes either. Another critical thing with an Alchemist. 15-minute bounty runes are coming up in a second. MSS will claim both of the bottoms. Anubia positioning to actually fight on top. If Liquid want to contest them, they'll take it.
Liquid's not. They don't want any of this.
Dire's top tower.
But it at least allows Miracle to finish up the Radiance that's coming on the Courier at the moment.
Yep.
So their team fight is getting a little bit better.
It's just, there seems to be a very clear plan from Newbie's lineup on how they deal with this guy, right? If he walks into a fight, if a fight begins, you're gonna chain stun him and blow him up, especially a hero like Sven, actually eat quickly with this Echo Sacred he has, so gotta be careful. And Liquid's lineup just is slow. They did a great job getting those first 2 towers, but now the heroes are not very mobile. Alchemist Viper have to walk around. It takes a long time. Beastmaster has some sort of play capabilities, but he kind of only really plays with Zeus in this game currently. So their lineup clearly has some limitations.
Yeah, they're just trying to scout out. The vision on the field is very defensive for Team Liquid, so they don't really see that much. Like Observer Sentries planted over the bottom bounties. So it's not what they're looking for. And now, the instant already slowed down. Leap falls from MSS. Kuro tries to go for a revenge dump, but the Ice Blast already connects as well. Viper wants some revenge, but the arrow.
Oh, good arrow.
Long stun, and this Bias making enough space to get back.
He still did 1,000 damage tied. Just ulti, Nether Toxin, and 1 poison attack, 1k damage. Gotta be careful. I love this from King. I was thinking you probably go Full Staff in this game because of that. And he has it queued up. We'll see if he buys it before the Hood. I really like Force Staff for a couple of reasons. First of all, the Nether Toxin for his own sake is great to counter that. But also, when you look at Liquid's lineup, how do they start fights? They either Viper Strike or they Roar.
Yeah.
And if the hero that they go on has turned around, Snakey can actually just save any core in his lineup by just forcing them away, and then re-engage himself with the Blink Dagger that he has.
Mind Control's gonna get this off, but no. Weeha and Kuro, they were both there ready to fight for CCNC. Second he finishes his Sleight of Fist, just Remnant's back.
Good read.
Deeper into the jungle.
We're staying there.
Man, it just feels like Newbie's getting everything they need. Like Snakey's got the initiation with the Blink Dagger, as you said, with the Fall Staff and everything else. But then you're also getting the lane presence. MSS is building in for a straight up Aghanim Scepter.
Yep.
And we got to remember, like they're basically running full core at this point. They're always able to push out the lanes, because you'll always clean out the lane when you've got the Aghanim Scepter up. Ember can do the same type of thing. And defense clearance is great too. Try and break the Ember Spirit, Moonlight Shadow defense, and Team Liquid no detection on the front lines.
Mirana definitely has this ability when the laning stage goes well, her just innate ability to push waves with Starstorm and then farm up and get this Axe puts so much pressure on the Alchemist team to constantly have to go and defend. Yeah,
they needed the roar. Once again, they need the roar from Mind Control to begin. Just as you were saying, like, what is your initiation? Ogre raises his fists and CCNC just spirits away.
If you're paying attention on Ember, the only way you really die in this game is getting roared off. There's no other play until maybe Mind Control gets a Blink Dagger and suppressed from an angle you're not watching, or something like this, because, yeah, there's no instant stun. Alchemist Concoction has to fly, Ogre has to wind up his arms, he doesn't have a lens, so he can't stun you from trees in most places on the map, and yep, that roar can't connect right now, so CCNC is playing very nicely on the limit here.
Does that actually mean like CCNC can go more aggressive style items? He doesn't have to get a Lincoln Sphere, he doesn't feel like he needs to block anything?
I'd like to see him go BKB, I think.
Okay.
So what we're seeing here, it's gone the Flame Guard Absorption, and from what I've heard, build with Flame Guard Absorption into Flame Guard DPS is becoming really popular. This basically doubles the DPS of Flame Guard from 60 to 120. It's the same as 2 Radiance. And then if you BKB, Flame Guard can't get broken. So you're just running into the fight, you deal super high amounts of damage, and you're very difficult to put them down, because every time people go on you, you're just going to use your Side Fist, Yawar, pretty fine.
Smart and easy TP out.
You have to buy Atos. Perhaps that would have been a good choice this game over this Veil, just so they have this extra catch that can surprise the Ember, or can catch this Sven from TPing away.
It's still going to be projectile though, right? So it's...
But it's fast.
Yeah.
It's fast. And again, when you have the cast, when you have the range that Atos has, it makes catching Ember a lot easier, because there's angles with options that Ogre and Beastmaster just don't have because of their lower reach.
Miracle.
Sure. If you cast it from the front on the Ember, he's going to react. But
Yeah.
if he's not watching the angle you come from, or if you are, you know, coming out of smoke or out of fog, it's a lot harder.
I'm loving this. I saw Weeha actually line up the BTs before. He's using the Beastmaster Hawk to get the front line, trying to wrap around the top nine. Aurora out over on CCNC, Snaky will create enough space with the Ravage, and now Beastmaster, he will fall. Weeha's caught the wrong, cracks out a lot of health. It's on the way, but the Ice Blast will connect first. Pilot Eye will end up dropping to the attacks from down the low ground. Miracle once more with a Moonlight Shadow. They run away. Newbie was trying to contest these bounty runes once again.
I think that's pretty even, I suppose. It's 1 for 1, but Ravage was used, so you feel like
CCNC's back in. He's not done just yet. The concoction's ready for Miracle, and they've actually got the control. Arrow flies forward. Everyone will dodge that one. No, they won't. Kura catches in the back lines, so he's trapped where he is. Miracle will fall, and you shouldn't have said anything, Finfred. Even not anymore. This is going to be Weeha trying to battle for the last, but MSS has to leap and TP out. It will not be successful. That is not the way Liquid wanted to have that fight continue.
There's one guy who's happy about this, though, and that's GH. He got a solo kill on Tide toward the end of that. So 600 gold. I think he got about a full level, and now has this Aether Lens as well as almost a staff completed. So big scale possibilities coming in, but this Alchemist kill very hard. BKB reveal. And again, problem for Liquid, right? You don't have that save. So if Alchemist gets jumped with Sven, he has to run away. Sven is just the bigger boy right now.
I'm loving this from Pilot Eye. Just puts down the Vortex, sees Kura, hits him with the Ice Blast. It's the cold feed to trigger, but there's no need for CCNC to get any more aggressive. GH is doing too much damage, and he's already starting to back up. And Team Liquid must have really wanted that fight too, like the AC being done with the Radiance, like Miracle was ready to get in there. And now they smoke up themselves. They look towards Roshan.
I like no Ravage. You have the Beastmaster aura, you have the Kairos, you have Bloodlust. It's an easy kill. Okay, that's a bit faster than I thought it would be. That medallion.
Even with Ice Blocks down because it was used in the mid, they can't even scout it out.
It could be Aegis to Miracle. Alchemist is one of those heroes that Aegis is a little bit. Sometimes it really, sometimes it feels almost useless. Obviously, being a transformation multi-hero, one of your lives is bound to be without that chemical rage. Depending on the timing and the fight, it can't be. Who else would you give it to? You don't want to give it to your Viper. He's not going to get targeted.
Giving it to boost to pop off everything and come back again.
And then die instantly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't know about that one. Yeah. There's no better Aegis carry in
Yeah.
this game. And
Protect the money.
Usually in Alchemist, you will give it to Alch. Because around the time you kill Roche is when Alchemist wants to go high ground. That just doesn't seem like a possibility in this game right now. I don't think Liquid get a chance to...
Look at him come to fight though. Ice Blast is flying forward from Pylai Die. It's just hitting the back line, so DH is already going to go down to CCNC. So was watching Miracle's presence. Where's the sun's come? I get to miss every single kill on this camera.
Goro
Like,
just got overwhelmed.
Yeah.
His tower is gone.
It's like left behind for everyone else. See, gets Searing Chains off over on Viper, snaking moving in with a gush. Viper really slowed down. There you are with a stun and the damage output. No piece will protect from that. And Weeha, he's already I mean, yeah, he's back. Miracle gets the BKB. They need to wait a little longer before that ready to fight this, and Newbie saw the window. Rabbit was up. They wanted to get in there.
I don't know. I'm not really feeling this Viper build in this game. I'm not completely sure what. Like maybe this is a good build in a lot of games on Weeha's Viper. I just don't think it solves the problems that Viper innately has in this game. He doesn't have any armor against the Sen and the, you know, the slight spam from Ember. He's going for Kaya Sange, so he gets some status resistance against the stuns, which is nice, but the problem is he's kind of just dying like 3 hits from Sven right now. So I think you have to either go back for a Ghost Scepter or try to get yourself some armor or BKB. The Boots of Travel they've given them 1 or 2 opportunities to take fights, and obviously gives the hero some much needed mobility. But overall, I haven't felt it this game. I'm sure we're gonna see more Weeha Viper this tournament, or you never know. Maybe it's the only time they'll play it. But if we do, I would like to see this build with successful so that we can understand why it's so good.
I'm also just trying to understand Liquid's mindset coming into the drafting phase. Like we saw the way they picked up very early on. You had the Beastmaster and Zeus as your opener, and then you went into this Alchemist. You're willingly still doing this. This was still your intent. It wasn't because you're forced into it by Newbie with the way they were drafting. So they still had a good plan behind this, a good thought process at least. And that's where like, I still keep my eyes on Miracle. Like, what is he trying to achieve during this game? You're building Alchemist, like EKB up, Abyssal play next. And they got this from GH. Does reveal the fact that CCNC was wrapping around the back. We'll grab 3 of the bounty runes out of the 4 once again.
Morana's getting farmed.
Yeah.
He's overtaken Position 3 now. We were saying GH was getting rid from that kill on Tide, but he's still a full 3,500 gold behind the Morana on the enemy team. And the only reason this gold graph looks fairly is that there's an Alchemist.
Yeah.
And Alchemist liners being behind at this time, especially the experience, is insane. 20,000 XP.
Yeah.
You're this far behind, like, you're not, this game is not even right now. Liquid have to try to find a team fight where
they're looking for
they really get to use this Aegis and playing around Miracle.
The roll from My Control has to hit perfectly here. CCNC is just farming the wave. They're trying to make the most of nighttime, but he just spirits straight over the top of everyone. CCNC is, like, he's playing this game perfectly. Pushes out just far enough and never too far. There ain't no 50-50 toss-up.
Maybe you need Shadowblade on this. That's a reliable way of catching the Ember, but he's going for the build so that they feel like they can take team fights. And that's, you know, you got to choose your path on Beast. If you go the Shadowblade, your team fight is a lot weaker, but your catch is better. And if you go this fighter on Alchemist timing, because I think Liquid feel like this game cannot go on like this for the 15-20 minutes. Like, the Alchemist will fall off eventually. He has some good Axe friends, I suppose, but
they still need to, like, they're gonna get out pushed, right?
Really want to.
Like, the Morana can push in the bottom lane all by herself without any kind of major risk because there's still a 4 position. Yeah. There's doing that. So if you have your BKB, then you at least have something that allows you to force an issue. Like push up high, take something quick.
And they have super low commitment split push of them. And the waves are just constantly being pushed in, so they don't use the mages. That's
there's your Stormbolt forward. Yoaz got all the damage, and the long range arrow from MSS connects perfectly. Weeha will fall. It won't hit anybody. But it was kind of thinking it should be done. Miracle caught in no man's land. Underneath his own Observer Ward. Thanks to the he kills off the Observer Ward, moves over towards the Ember Spirit with KB. He doesn't have much to work with. Yoaz already moved back over. He's got so much damage output. 5 heroes ready to chase around the back, but then the buyback in from Weeha, and they think twice about it.
So again, it's a big win for Newbie. They killed Weeha, forced the buyback, and it cost them nothing. Alchemist had to BKB. That's a really big BKB charge.
His net worth is just plummeting with this. He's actually almost below 4 heroes of Newbie.
Yeah. Weeha's game is, now he's buying armor. Right? The Shiva build-up. Again, I mentioned it before. I think this Kaya has its place maybe in some Viper games. To me, this is not one of them. And this has really slowed down his item progression. I would have loved to see at least the plate mail on the way to get this armor that he's so needs. Like, you want blown up by this Sven. There was a bit of an arrow in from Mirana, but the rest was just the Sven with his Bloodthorn just wailing at him.
Nope, here they go again. Instantly into the
should
play.
die here.
Here comes your right arm forward. Yeah, he's dead.
That's bad.
For a minute and a half on the sidelines, Yuwa did build the BKB for this.
He bought back and he's playing up far in a very dangerous lane with no teammates close to save him. Not Weeha's. This is not It just hasn't been Weeha's game so far. And you have to turn to Miracle to be able to carry this game and play around him at team. But the problem that you're facing is every time you want to move up, these waves are pushing in. So Weeha feels forced to, you know what, I gotta push this extra wave. I gotta go that little bit further and take the risk so that we can make our own play. And this time it just gets punished way too hard.
No, he's at least got the up and running. Gonna go for a Blink Dagger as his next item. And Newbie still, they're not threatening up in high grounds. Like,
gives him
there's
kill
been
potential.
some chip damage on bottom. Yes, that instant stun you're looking for, right?
Finally catch Ember. With your Alchemist Blink Abyssal. You get as you want it.
This doesn't really feel like what you really wanted, though. CCNC's pushing the tier 2 tower and Miz, Snaking sitting behind. Pipe, Blink Dagger, and Ravage is more than enough confidence for CCNC to do what he's doing.
And with his Octane Core, all of that health, as well as, you know, the spell lifesteal coming in will keep him alive.
Alright, Miracle.
Thought he was going to go the BKB route like we talked about, but he's the Octarine.
Starting a concoction, he's lost vision. He's going to end up sending himself over in the trees.
Though.
No.
He's wrong.
We don't know. That would have been narrow. Perhaps. Wait, where is Mirana?
They're really chasing down CCNC. Are they like, well, this guy must not have a remnant down? Even TP out from Mind Control went to the tier 3 town, but he's not going to do that without a remnant.
And now it's bounty time again. Liquid will... Maybe it's a 1-for-3 trade-off once again.
Yeah.
Alchemist seems like he kind of wants to go, but he has no chemical pitch ready. So he's actually right now for the... Might try it anyway.
Slide's already been Thunder Ghost around. Mind Control's in a very, very bad position. Yuwa jumps in. He'll get the roar off, but Mind Control runs away, but not fast enough. CCNC is the last physical bit of damage to attack through that BKB of Mind Control, and they're going underneath. They really want to keep this push going with the Ravage, clipping a 4-on-3 with Bloodborne being used. 5 is down again. Weeha is a fun back to this game, and CCNC, he's everything. To the front line, a double kill for Yuwa. GH will stay in the tree lines. It leaves the last man standing, Miracle, still trying to farm up his Black Dagger on the bottom lane. But Newbie can just go for Roshan. Just play it safe and get this first win against Team Liquid to start off the TI9 campaign.
What a great start to the day that would be for them. You know, these groups, there's so much to play for in the group. Step number one, don't get last in the group. Then you're already at the main event, and getting to the main event is worth...
Again, the Bloodthorn's already out. Alchemist, he goes Missile Blades, at least he's able to miss out in the arrow. Concoction beginning again, he's starting to stun over on MS. Mind Control, he'll arrive, what can he do? There's no roar available, he can just give him Medallion, try and get Miracle back into relative safety. With the regeneration, it's still not going to be enough. And the Ice Blast, well, it won't hit Mind Control. There's the one upside from Team Liquid. As Newbie will retreat back out of the base.
But yeah, as I was getting at with group format and the way things work, obviously we have 18 teams here this year once again, and the bottom team from each group is eliminated before the event. So you want to not get that last place placement, so you get into the main event, and also already getting just not last in group this year is worth about $500,000 is the prize for 13 or 16. So
yeah, it was last position's 80,000, I believe, at the moment.
So getting to that main event is huge, and obviously every game is going to matter. I'm not saying this as my expectation we won't make it out of group. Don't interpret it that way. It's just like step number one is get off to a good start in group, so you've got that playoff. And then obviously, if you have a good start against Liquid, you get a 1-game win, maybe a 2-0. Chances of things to that up more in the group and getting to the upper bracket get massively increased. Liquid clearly is one of the stronger teams to come out from the European region this year. It looks like Newbie need to mess up gravely, or that Liquid has to find the fountain of their dreams with kind of Miracle Dagger is the key. They have to start a good fight with this, or it's just not happening. But Ember hasn't ages now. How do you initiate this fight? You don't go on the Ember. Yeah. If you try to kill Ember twice, the fight's lost.
You actually don't have to kill Yuwa, right? Like, you need to stop that Bloodthorn from having an effect. Like, and not to mention all the damage that comes along with it, but it's...
Do you have the damage, though? Kill the Sven. You need to jump him when he doesn't have God Strength on, when Tide is not nearby to pipe and Ravage.
Yeah. Or can you kite
And
out?
you need 5 heroes, I think.
Can you
That's the way
kite
to
out
do
the
it.
BKB times and then go for your own initiation? Like, is that the other approach to do this? Now
I'm looking at the kiting potential of both. Kiting potentials on the Dire Toby. There's no kiting on the ring.
You've keep on Kuro. I'm like literally checking items. Like, this is all there really is. Like, you can blink yourself away. Anyone got a 4-staff? Well, you got 1 on GH.
I mean, it's technically possible, but if there is 1 dust or a gem in the middle of the fight from the Dire team from Newbie, you're just...
Not Weehar again.
gonna-
Not Weehar again. Moonlight Shadow. CCNC just walks up. The Ice Blast is coming in. Weehar is totally dead. But then again, the initiative. The Tide Hunter. And have they got enough control? He's still got Ravager, but they don't want to use it. But the BJ gets up the Raw snaking. He'll burn the cheek. He splits life back again. The breaks around. Swing the dome. And the arrows to connect. Goodbye, Earth. Goodbye, Alchemist. In just a second, if they can see him out. And they will be able to. Troll's trying to retreat back out. But you know the primary target is Miracle. He blinks. He's actually going to TP himself away. They burn the Aegis to the Immortal. And Viper, he's in a little deep. But they're still going up further north. They're looking for snaking. This battle is pulling up every 2 different ways. The BK has been burnt. Weehar is finally going to go down. He'll bring MSS down with him. Thanks to Viper Strike, tick damage. But it's Alchemist. He doesn't have his Chemical Rage available. They have to force up back underneath the tier 1 tower. Even with the bind back from GH, now he may end up going down underneath his own tier 1 tower too. So many heroes dead for so long. And you what? He wants Miracle. The Chemical Rage finally back off cooldown. So Miracle and Mike Troll can retreat back to safety. Yuwa, he's looking for the fight, and so is Miracle. Here's your first, the follow-up, Abyssal Blaze available, and they actually do bring it down Yuwa. Over 1,000 gold for the kill, and Miracle shows he's got some teeth.
That was a good fight from Newbie until that move from Yuwa. You know what was going through his mind there? He's completely alone running in, hoping to get a Blink Dagger initiation, but he didn't have Blink Dagger ready. And it's just Alchemist jumping on him with the vision, getting a quick kill, and impulse Miracle. That's an 1,100 gold kill that he just got out of that.
And look at him run. They're instantly trying to make a play to get in and get the bounty runes.
CCNC quit it up.
Yeah, he is.
Right time.
And Snaking will get both the bottom runes.
Yeah, I kind of like how he played that fight. I don't. Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
That's a dead A.
Yeah, it is. Mike is going to beat AB because he just doesn't care.
The initiation.
Pilot High's worth 481 gold.
The initiation of going on the Viper when they did, either you really commit for that guy or they were trying to bait a fight, right? They jumped on the Viper with the Aegis of CCNC, they forced Liquid to remove their BKBs, then they kited them. Yep, nope, not happening. Then they kited the BKBs like we talked about, kiting potential of Newbie probably better, and then they re-engaged and got a really good fight out of it in the end until the Sven death. They forced the Zeus die back, they killed, I believe, Beastmaster and Ogre died.
Yes.
Alchemist barely got out, and Viper died too. So, it was good from Newbie until that point, and if Sven doesn't overextend, they should have been very happy with that, even though they did use Aegis cheese for it.
Yeah.
It's still, you know, you just want to stay ahead against this Alchemist.
It's just crazy to think, like, it still felt like Newbie was in a hell of a lot of control. Like, they were sitting at 40,000 experience advantage, and they haven't even brought down the tier 3 tower. In fact, the skill they did in the tier 3 tower down on bottom lane was about 10-15 minutes ago. And this is going to be getting more and more problematic. Miracle at 5.4k in the gold. What does he go next to? Does he start arming everyone with Aghanim Scepters? Do you actually start to increase this net with Team Liquid? Or do you still make yourself a Battle Hunger Boy? Like, do you get that Moonshot up and running?
You might go for an axe for the damage problems. Nope, Moonshot first.
Moonshot first.
So, let's see. Obviously, when we're talking about the experience, we should point out that there are 3 heroes in Newbie that have now. They won't get experience anymore, so the XP graph is going to start dipping. Both Tide and Sven are level 25. Liquid's highest hero for comparison is Miracle with almost level 20. Not only, experience can be a bit weird to look at as a metric in the game because sometimes it matters a lot and sometimes it doesn't matter so much. What really matters is these level thresholds. Having 3 level 25 talents to the 0 of Liquid, and that's where the XP lead really matters right now is can you put these talents to use? Tide plus 250 damage, Anchor Smash hurts. Real bad with that Solar Crest that has the Sven with the God Strength talent, and Ember, of course, those charge remnants or respawn, recharge time, and now the Aghanim's coming up with that talent makes him so much stronger.
They're looking to fight.
Yep.
Team Liquid have been actually running around the circle for the past 20 seconds, looking for a good time to smoke. And looks like Newbie is already ready for it. keep your eye on Roshan. He may respawn in just 2 minutes, so they've still got more time. CCNC, all right, Abyssal Blade to start this time around with a bottom cost to CCNC. They're going to put down. Buyback is available. Over here comes double stop with Dark Fox. They're all pushing it back, but CCNC's buyback is there. Will chance to survive. And they're jumping around, but Noobie, they don't find a target. Alchemist has already run himself away.
Crucial force staff from GH. He saved Miracle completely there. Getting put out like that with the Ice Blast on top.
Oh, mind control. Wait.
And that's big. That's big for Liquid. Sure, you lose your Viper, but man, that was expensive for Newbie. They used the Ember Spirit buyback. And you just gotta wonder how CCNC got jumped like this. I feel like Tide was in range to help with a Blink Pipe or Blink Ravage. I don't know if he canceled by a Zuxel. Perhaps that's happened and he was able to help his teammate out there.
I actually thought Yuval was going to be in there fast. He got the Link Sphere, like putting that on the Ember Spirit. If you're going to use CCNC as such obvious bait,
yeah,
it would make more sense.
Or maybe... I don't know. Maybe they were trying to bait this fight. They were like, come on guys, go on the Ember, he has buyback, he has a Remnant down. You start this fight, we're gonna come in with our Tide Ravage and we'll kill your Alchemist, which looked great for a moment there, but once again that was there. I think he even got glimmered as well by Kuro perhaps, just got him out of trouble. And now this game got a lot more interesting because
it got so much closer.
The thing we needed from Liquid in this game, with one good team fight around Miracle catching this Ember, just happened.
Miracles on a hunt. Again. I like how he's got the Radiance. Oh. So there's no visibility here, so he wants to try and get this quick pick onto MSS and cobble forward. Now that MSS has blinked in, he's going to run into the trees. Oh, a Miracle! Alright, they're both there. Oh, okay. I thought I wanted a battle. No, I need to come and smoke.
Yep. Get ready for the bounties. Big moment in the game, 40 minutes in, this is when we start getting 2 power runes. So both sides of the river will now have active runes, and generally, the team that has mind control. The team that has mind control sometimes also has an advantage at this point. Liquid kind of doesn't in this game. Having mind control at this point is really, really useful for those for that extra rune. And so far in this game, it's mainly been you being on the other side of the river. So if they can keep this control of the map and start getting maybe DD plus DD haste, or
especially leading up to Roshan 34 seconds, then it's all...
Invis rune could be a game-winning rune here on the Titan, coming out of nowhere with the Ravage. Plenty of pins. That is one thing that Beastmaster's Hawk cannot do. It's not set. So even if you have that blink, I kind of counter it with the Beastmaster Hawk. You see him coming, but within it, you don't have time to react. So.
Just gonna watch around Roshan now. In that time, if Liquid can move up and get rid of that overboard, then Newbie will be fairly blind.
So rich.
Yeah.
I still can't get over. He has a BKB now if he wants.
He's just been doing bottom line, just like farm up. Like as long as he adds the.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Think apart from. Wait.
Look at Dire's bottom tower, Jax.
Yeah.
Out of my way.
Too shabby. Buys the first Aghanim Scepter coming out in the courier.
Let's see who gets this one.
He's moving towards the GH. Yeah, his GH. Nimbus is up.
Obviously some good teammates, right? You can give an axe to Ogre Magi. Just get that. Refine Fire Blast, really strong. The Beastmaster Axe can be in the right situations. The Viper one can also be really good.
So how fast they do this. The Nimbus Spirit's already in. He's going to jump him. Questline of Fist Steering Chains. Man King still looking for his target. From the Ravages down. Ice Bombs all the way into Roshan. Who's going to claim it? Miracle hits the Aegis Immortal. You want moved in. Still cheese on the deck at the moment. The Raw comes out. CDC inside of Precision. Dodges the pushback from the Raw, but they burn the Aegis Immortal. First one out with 2 dark he goes back inside the pit, can throw out an Ignite, but you've already lost 2 heroes. Gonna make it a CCNC, making the most of this Aghanim Scepter. Jumps forward, looks for the kill over on Beastmaster. The backline can do its own thing as well as Mind Control does go down with Kuro. Viper underneath the shrine. He'll trigger a small buyback from Liquid. Mike God, they need something to make this work. The Miracle! He stuns himself! He right down. actually just concocts TP out. Doesn't work. The Nimbus is barely off target.
Oh man, he wanted to concoct TP in, but it's a long TP because we have ported before. It takes those 5 seconds, and with the 5.5 second charge up, he doesn't have time to throw the concoct. That is the right play though from Liquid to buy back there with 3 heroes, because Weehaw would have died back under his own shrine. That would have cost you probably 1 or not 2 lanes of barracks to lose the Viper there. So I like the idea that they did this. They just got no kills out of it. Noob did get out. Of course, Aegis did a miracle, so there's no Aegis on the field for Newbie in this instance. And the cheese, I think...
It's mind control.
It's in mind control. Was that the...
Was it Refresher or an Aghanim's? Because it all happened so fast I didn't actually see the drop. But I'm not seeing anybody holding like a Refresher
there
shot.
There is an axe on Viper, so that I think was drop.
That would make sense.
Alex is not giving away 2, right? He's only giving away 1 to Zoo.
Yes.
So I think this was a drop. Okay, so Liquid got all 3 items out of the Roche. And sure, you lose that 5. That's also why the net worth looks the way it does, because the game considers this Aghanim shard, it considers it worth 4,200 gold.
Yeah.
And that's why Weehaw's net worth suddenly took this like huge leap up, even though he died. And
yeah, now he's saying he's got more than MSS, which doesn't really feel like he does.
It doesn't, but yeah, Aghanim Blessing is a good item.
God, this game is just going so long though, because it feels like no team, even when you win the fight, it feels like you can then just follow up with a big objective. Like, Roshan also keeps going with the team that doesn't have the momentum.
Yeah.
It keeps going the way of Liquid.
Oh, multi-shot arrow talent for MSS.
No Green Line Shadow cooldown, huh? I thought playing Vision game against Liquid was going to be a good way to go. I guess not. They're going to try and...
Multi-shot arrow is also Vision talent.
That it is. All 5 buybacks from Liquid currently on cooldown, and all for over 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes in total. So Liquid are in full defense now.
And there's 3 buybacks on the other side. Newbie have Sven, Morana, as well as AA. Embers is on cooldown for another 1 minute only. They have this massive power play now where they're just lives to throw. They can throw bodies at Liquid, and if they win the fight, it's the game.
Look how fast they go. Newbie get revealed the Thunder God's rat, and they TP everyone dead to the bottom lane. It's like, okay, they know we're on the north, let's go towards the south. We've already pushed in one wave, and Weehaw kind of is in no man's land behind the tower. Kuro's coming out from his overwatering mission, but Yoa, they finally found the target they wanted. Team Liquid go to the south. They were definitely wrong. Kuro down for 50 seconds.
That's the best hero Liquid could have died though. He will be alive in time to the base. 50 seconds.
How do you actually push up into like at Spray and Nether Toxin and
Zeus
all,
bolts.
like Zeus Bolt and Nimbus? And
it's hard. I think what you try to do here is one of 2 things. Either you choke out the map, you just ward aggressively, you keep Liquid in their base. They probably are out of smokes now after these last couple of fights, and you just keep controlling and farming. The other one is you flat out just go for a surprise jump. You get a ward in the enemy base and you jump and ravage and try to kill the back line. You know they have 0 buybacks. You know this. So even a hero like Zeus, blowing up Zeus, is really good value right now. To be able to continue pushing. But it looks like the map control play is what Newbie are leaning toward right now.
yeah, CCNC's got the bottom.
That's fine.
Ua can jump around. They already got a little bit of extra chip damage, so it's down to half life on the bottom.
Liquid are very cornered right now. It's find any opening on them. You're already playing with these low mobility bros. You've used up your smoke. The enemy team just has lives on you. They have buybacks, you don't. It's tricky. You defense.
Doesn't Newbie still need to force it though? Like you're 3 minutes in, you've got buybacks as your advantage. You know that Team Liquid don't have that second life.
You could technically hope for an early Roche, and then you will have Aegis, Cheese, Refresher, or Ags, or whatever, or all, before Liquid are able to get their buybacks back online. How long is it? Okay, that's pretty unlikely.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty unlikely.
It's such a long time, but they're at least ripping the crew waves. Arrow flies forward a little too look to look for the right target, trying to rip down Sven. They're able to do so, down for another second, and they want an extra chase. The Raw, overrange and Aboriginal looking for the Arrow tanked up by the BKB. Now the double wave will run. Team Liquid just want to get back into their zone, back into their space, but they just can't move. The Ravage from snaking, clip them all. 2 minutes down for such a long time. Miracle, let all the stuns go. Without the life, this is what Newbie wanted. A small opportunity Ultras trying to take the rest of this base. A triple CCC. He wants the Ultra. He's looking towards Weehar and Clem. And the arrow fires forward. MSS will steal it, but that is GG. Newbie. They will be patient and take game 1 here in this 2-game series against Team Liquid.
That's a nice game to start us off. I like it. A couple of things to talk about, obviously, in this game. The Alchemist pick, as we said, after Zeus and...
The end of life. Double. So obnoxious to play into. You get gold for him at least, but I don't know, it doesn't feel good to get 300 gold in this stage of the game.
Regeneration.
Because you're just constantly on the back foot. It doesn't matter. It's not about the gold here, it's just about where you're forced to play in the map. And as a result, TNC is the free road jack.
Cheese and the Aegis hardboard is running out of slots. I mean, you can still buy Moon Shard, Aghanim Scepter.
Transform to ability, Rune Fort.
Yeah.
Potentially pretty good. Oh, it's not,
If you get the double damage, or if you get
Arcane
Arcane Rune, it's so good. On certain heroes, they can be extremely good as well.
be shabby, but you're not going to buy an axe.
You're gonna buy it eventually.
Yeah. They're just going in. They're looking to hit some buildings here. They're zoning with the arrows as well to go ship. It's literally just zone King gaming away by throwing these spells, hitting arrows. They're going to hit these arrows. Miranda holds up. They're not really looking to commit on this one. I think they know it's much more important to take the objectives, and they are taking the racks here, but they need to be careful. It's got the Aegis, the 4-star's a couple keeping them alive. The Bash is on the Bristleback, but they don't really want to leave their base here. And it's a tier 3 tower plus range racks. It looks like Hog1 is sending himself or his double down bottom here. He's sending his double in to go for the backdoor play down bottom. So while all this distraction happens up top, it does look like bottom melee racks. Can they kill it off? He's got BKB now. I love this pickup just to make sure they can take some of these objectives. It's going to be close. I think they've got the damage for it. Melee racks.
Another one's going down.
Yeah. Death by 1,000 cuts. TNC don't care about taking the kills. They'll take them if they came to them, but Team Gaming is so annoying with their high ground defense, and TNC are just finding ways to bit by bit break their base.
Another arrow on Ember Spirit.
They're so disciplined. Like, they hit these arrows, but they're never following it up and committing for kills.
Balance.
They can just play this slowly. They don't have to risk anything at this point. You can always go in. There's no burst damage inside of Team Gaming. There's not enough stun to keep in place, so they can go in. BKBs are down to 6 and 5 seconds. Bristleback and Contact can just go in, hit the tower, Arc Warden as well. Repeat every single tower up.
So has an Octarine Core. Ag Septic feed up as well, so there will be more damage coming out, but it still feels like there's going to be constant problems not having quite enough damage. also just not being able to deal with every single lane being pushed in. And I guess the good news is once you're down to your tier 4s, they can't split push you anymore. You're just down to your tier 4s.
Just rolling in.
There's a relic destroyed. Is that a rapier? Oh no, it's a nullifier. Go ahead, queued it up.
Well, at least you know from which side they're gonna enter. It's gonna be mid, so you can prepare for defending the mid lane.
Well, you say that. Watch some like Spark Wraith, Tempest doubles go in bottom or top of the tier 4 tower.
They have a sentry.
Coming, but at this point, Arc Warden just seems keen on using this BKB to take objectives. Aren't they out to close these towers here? Towers continue to go flying out here, and it's Mirana leading on forward. Didn't quite have the damage kill from Rubik, who did get kept alive with the group stroke at the Glimmer game. And the arrows just continue to go flying, thinking it's going to be power. Okay, so incredibly low. The Ember goes to buyback. He has got this to land on too, but the damage just isn't really there. They're kind of these 4 stars. There's nothing Team Gaming can do. They can't keep these heroes in place. They're falling one by one. Now these buyback, 3 buyback used already. TNC may just say, let's just re-engage, reset a little bit, but they're being chased after here. I think Team Gaming feel now it's now or never here. The arrows go flying up, forcing them to kind of disperse. It's so hard to chase when the arrows are just flying at them. Double. This one maybe 2 feet away. Some gold. The arrows again going flying. Doesn't like anyone. The leech though is there. Soul Binding 2 together. Mirana not leaking in. With the double stop. Like Golden Rubik here. Like still leech. We'll get the rage away. And with Rubik dead for 100 no buyback on Rubik. Not looking good. Timbersaw pull back in. He's got no buyback as well. This is looking like the Ember Key Gaming a clean from the Kunka. Slices through the life till his life, and it's GG. 53 minutes. Team Gaming, they fought hard and long. They were so resilient for this TNC.
I love the patience from TNC. Arc Warden did not have a good time early on.
PSG LGD's turn to pick.
No one tried
You field tested it.
Yeah, field tested.
And now this Tiny, this is Milan's hero, right? There's no way this is going middle or anything. It is their 4 probably.
Yeah, it seems like a nice combination. Dazzle. Pretty much need a melee support. I guess they could make the Dazzle 4. Want to, right?
Yeah, but
I'm not a huge fan of Tiny.
10 seconds.
Like, I think it's okay, but I think Tiny 4 is the best position. Tiny in most games.
5 seconds.
It's always
and
nice.
you know your position.
Yeah.
I do.
It's always nice going, you just go to a lane, having that toss back into a tower, pretty good. Always having that kill threat.
I don't know. I think Chaos is a bit better than people said they were coming into it, but I just feel PSG LGD is
Even better.
they're to me a top 3,
Damn,
minimum
man.
top 6.
There's the Mirana. We saw,
starts.
I believe it was banned out in the first phase last game, and it
Yes.
goes all the way through to here.
And I think this will be the reason I think this will be most picked hero in the tournament is that it's super meta for a bunch of different reasons, but more like every role could have a Mirana on it. So as this gets into the meta,
10
every
seconds.
team is going to have a guy that's like, Mirana seems good, I can play it.
Yeah.
And it could be a 5 support, it could
5
be a hard
seconds.
carry. Anyone can. And this could easily be FY's hero. It could be mid. It could be Ame. Like, we don't know yet. And if you look at the damage setup, it's again easy combos. That LRC concept of just these short cooldown abilities. You stun people from distance and just blast them.
I would say Mirana primarily suffers from
Dire should pick now.
Terrorblade Seek type heroes, and the LGD's lineup already addresses that so well, and they have a ton of setup for it. The Stomp was one of the classic ones.
Viper here, right? You
Damn.
playing against Spectre. Do you break Tiny's ult too, right?
No, Tiny's ult does not get.
Is that in the tooltip or is it because it's an ultimate?
Yeah,
10 seconds.
I definitely know you don't get it broken, but I don't know like why it doesn't.
Can you
5 seconds.
look at it real fast? Like, is there a
Is there like a description of the fact that it does?
That's your best heroes.
Dude, I play a lot of Tiny. Oh,
But what happened with this run? Was it just small buffs over and over? What the arrow cooldown's 12 seconds, right? At max level?
nothing about it. All too
It's Radiant's turn.
How long?
Is it 12 seconds now or is it 11?
It's 11 with the talent, I believe.
Okay.
I think it went from 17 to then 18.
Arrow is
Yeah, that's
pretty good.
Yeah, so with the talent, it is 10 seconds with it.
And most people are going that now, right? I think everyone's going that. No more of that leap.
It's such a cool. It's just such a long stun, and you have so much setup now as well.
10
I love the
seconds.
Lifestealer pick into the Spectre. Traditionally, one of the strongest heroes against him.
5 seconds.
You never really are able to go toe to toe with the LS, and between him and Jug, what's the other one? The AM or Slark? What's the other one that's like your
Slark's really
traditional
hard
hard counter?
Slark's really good against Spectre. But
Oh yeah, because you're Silver Edge buyer too.
when Spectre was broken, Slark was bad against Spectre because you used to go like the Shadow Blade every game, and the Spectre Dagger makes his. But,
Oh, yeah,
but
dude, that
now
was
that you're going
crazy.
like Drums Diffusal on Slark, it's a really good matchup.
I don't know. That one goes both ways. Lifestealer, Jug are hard counters to Spectre.
Oh, I know. I'm saying like Slark in general can go back and forth in metas. I
Yeah.
think in this current meta, Slark is Spectre, but Lifestealer specifically.
You eat
How do you
everything.
kill this guy? How do you actually kill him from Chaos Esports side? And whenever I look at an 8th pick for any lineup, I'd like to see, like, when the opponent has absolute last pick, I want to see a hero that is forced to be addressed. Like, you have to address this and pick the perfect hero for the game, because usually that's really difficult to do. And that makes it so, like, kind of neuters the power of that last pick.
What do you think of this last pick for PSG LGD? Because
10
my
It's
head,
Dire's turn to pick.
this will be X Nova on the ET and FY Mirana, and you last pick maybe Zero. But it could just
It's
be Mirana
Radiant's
mid.
pick.
I just don't know if that's ideal.
That's what Chaos thought too, right? They banned the Storm,
Okay.
but no.
They have no egg hitters either, so suddenly you have
That's-
2 heroes they need to address. I think Jug's their only option. Like,
Yeah, I'd agree.
Jug mid. Like, I know that's
No, well, wait. What the hell? Look at the what? Jug?
I'm saying Jug mid is like their only option here. That's the only thing that deals with Lifestealer and Phoenix.
What about Quap?
10
What deal with
seconds.
Phoenix?
Orchid?
I guess. Like,
5 seconds.
Just admit defeat.
like, okay, I don't want to admit defeat. It's just like I say Jug, like, you know, you don't even want 2 carries, but like you need like this mid gamer that can hit the egg, that can do building damage. Like they don't have any building pressure.
Can escape
Could
from
you?
stuns.
Oh, God,
or...
you can't lean it. Sorry.
They're going Lycan.
Oh, okay, it's not an egg hitter, but it actually does what I wanted, like this right-clicking mid laner that kills buildings and the life stealer. It doesn't deal with the egg though.
This is such a weird.
The bunny
draft.
mount. Sorry, I love the bunny mount. If you don't know how I always say, you shouldn't be allowed to play Mirana unless you have the bunny mount.
So basically, unless you're one
You're
of the
the
people that forked over,
0.001%.
what is it, $1,200?
it was like
$1,000 right now.
$1,800. Oh, it's cheap now.
Yeah, it's
Dude, that's
1,000.
really cheap.
It's $1,000.
Yeah, it's $1,000. I thought my $100
It looks
mount
like
was nice.
the rabbit. Was it Frank from Donnie Darko?
Never seen it.
Really?
Is that a show or?
No, it's a movie,
Nah, no, I'm
dude.
just kidding.
There's
I've heard
another
of it. I haven't
Gyllenhaal
seen it
movie.
though. Yeah. Dude, I love it though. But here we go. This is gonna. So it looks like it is gonna be the Kezu Dazzle. Then obviously Matama Man is gonna be playing that
10
Lycan.
seconds.
And we're looking at these drafts. You guys talked about it. This Phoenix and Lifestealer, they're both gonna
5
feel
seconds.
pretty good. I mean, the Lifestealer obviously Lycan likes chasing him down, right? But
What is that
besides
dazzle
that-
maze?
Can we talk about the game,
Sorry.
not cosmetics team?
These are some nice cosmetics, man. The dazzle mace, I don't even never seen that before. The tiny prestige item we were talking about, he's got it.
He just said sorry. Oh, you're right, and then kept going.
Yeah, I mean, I said sorry, but
In
it's my
advance.
guilty pleasure, like implied, and I'm gonna keep talking.
You
about
can
it.
tell you're a streamer primarily
Why?
because you just completely ignore feedback and do whatever you want.
This is true.
I'm
This is
reporting
true.
to Twitch.
This is true. He's correct. I do the same. And so we're looking
I
at this.
saw BSJ throw.
knows to avoid that.
Yes, I do. I hear it, and it's in one ear, out.
Good.
Brian for my team for TI9.
Yes.
And I was like, hey, so do you want to play with us? And it's because he had just won on FPS. Not off of my
I mean,
Fair.
that's IX Mike.
And then a month and a half later,
Damn.
That was a good time. That was the pinnacle of my career.
I forgot you won that NEL. It's been a while.
Troll Warlord, thank you.
Great
Shout out to
hero.
Troll
Sniper
Warlord.
Troll patch.
So what do we got? We've got a Phoenix Sand King heading on down bottom. That means we do have this Mirana going up top. So it is going to be... It's Ame going middle as Lifestealer, and maybe going top as the Mirana. Different.
Different.
And why is that
good?
for? Why do you want to send... You just... Because you know the Lycan's going middle, and Lifestealer just beats him in lane, or... they have to know
Lifestealer
what's
should
happening.
just absolutely free farm this lane, I think,
Okay.
is the idea behind it. And I don't know, anytime you can put a carry hero in an absolute free farm lane and it doesn't like cripple anyone else. I find Mirana like Kyle Stead can be played in any role. Doesn't really, yeah. I mean, she's been given enough like early game buffs, especially the leap buff, where the char.
Halo, boleh Sinsa? Sinsa boleh tuh? ठीक है Sinsa बस. Kira-kira
Limited
boleh kan?
cardio. I'm just going to play defense.
Felix
I'm like,
Sonda.
Press the wall.
Okay, game में 20 साल
we
This
got water. None of us were in better shape either.
is
Oh,
To be
man.
fair, it's like 90 degrees and humid outside.
It's true.
So it was pretty brutal.
That
Chaos
that was
LGT
actually
gear,
hilarious,
right?
though.
So this is middle lane, as you said, Lifestealer 4-2 currently against the 2-3 of Lycan. What happened to this hero? Like, it
I
seems
don't
we've
know.
been seeing a little bit
Mantala
more in
kaha
pubs, but
Like-
what?
Slowly but surely getting buffed, and then I think it was like on the verge of being really broken, and then they nerfed.
खतरा है चल रहा है Life Lord versus like an
Just hit towers. It'll be meta in pubs, but
Well, VT Fate, he's doing a lot of damage. Will they be able to get this kill? There is the Fire Spirit going
Uh,
off. One more
Dola-
click. VT Fate
Dola-
completes. He's going to use the healing salve. Will it save him for now?
Dola-
He has a stun. He turns it around.
Just
Will they be able to
an-
get him? Chalice lives for one more. VT Fate flies down, and he dodges it. Chalice with the move. Can they turn around? They have another stun on Chalice. They do in 5. They're thinking about it, and he's like, wait, something's up.
What the fuck? रुक कति सित काटे
Goes.
Saw a really cool play top where the Tiny tossed the ET onto the Dazzle who was in a creep wave.
के त्यो रुक कटेर काटे कसले हेर्ने त्यो मैले त 51 to 175 राखे हैन
Alon will just run
अहिले
away.
77
He's gonna roll away.
77 अहिले काटिसक्यो
We definitely know
Phoenix
Box's
the
gonna play
Campbell
'cause he would be
and
using it
Bob-
non-stop 24/7. Are you guys spammers of taunts or no?
Depends on the
यहाँ बेसी हुँदैछ थर्ड पावर र फर्स्ट सेकेन्ड पावर
I can a little bit ahead, but obviously more denies.
Ame can trade.
Yeah. किन के कम भयो ल त बोला त्यो लगातार 4 दिन
I
भइदिन्छ
feel like the problem I have with this Helm Dom is you're against a life
त्यो गर्नुपर्छ नि त
If I'm playing life
फेरि
stealer,
गर्नु
the best way
अहिले
to
भएको छैन कस्तो 4 लगातार
Dude, that's so annoying.
yeah,
That's a lot of gold too.
And there's nothing you
It's
can do.
an
It's not like
option.
you can play without your HOD creep
yeah.
in the mid game.
So you're either like avoiding this life stealer or, you know, like jungling. You know, like what do you? I don't know.
टाइनी पनि छ है
Yeah,
काट्ने
I mean, obviously Matama Man, one of the best like micro minion type hero players. The Visages, Lycans, so the Brood Mothers. I trust his judgment against the life stealer specifically. I think it makes it a little bit awkward.
अब स्ट्रिम सिक्रेट भन्छ होला
Since
यसको
they
लागि
used one of the shared tangles, there will be a double damage on life soil.
कसले काटिरहेको छ त्यस्तो धेरै
And there's the soul ring. So this Spectre
टाइनीले लिएको नि
did
छैन
end up going down, but the
टाइनीले
CSI
काट्न
is
त
still not
काट्छ
looking terrible, right? 21 and 4, even with that death, you're not feeling too terrible about that. See, you go in, stuns the Sand King, but no detection.
बटको गेममा के गर्छ भने तिनीहरू
Getting a little bit
फिनिक्स
scared.
आइसकेको
And the thing about BT Faded though is
मलाई हाँस उठिरहेको
very
छ
much
त्यो के
they're a
लाइफ
much better player
प्लेयरसँग
ahead.
डबल ड्यामेज छ
I
अरे
think
पुरा
that
प्ले
Vision
ह्यान्ड
really have done a good job so far, just making sure he's pressured in the laning
Yeah.
phase. It's a lot harder, especially for like a less.
टावर डिनाइ त हुँदैन होला नि है किन मेरो एफपिएस चाहिँ कता देखिन्छ प्रबल पो छ भयो त त्यसमा कतिवटा मिलाउनु पर्ने हो फेरि
Siapa yang gerakin dah bosnya? Kayak gue lagi main sendiri aja, gue lagi nonton lip.
सजिलै हुन्छ कति धेरै गेम हुन्छ है त्यही ग्रुपएको 3टा म्याच रहेछ नि त ग्रुपएको 3टा ग्रुप बीको 3टा त्यही ग्रुपएको 3टा म्याच रहेछ नि त मेरो त त्यो हावा भयो क्या भिपीको 2टा मात्रै रहेछ त्यही ग्रुपएको 3टा म्याच रहेछ नि त मेरो त त्यो हावा भयो क्या भिपीको 2टा मात्रै रहेछ त्यही ग्रुपएको 3टा म्याच रहेछ नि त तेरो फ्यान्टेसी स्कोर
So
कति
this used
भयो
to be, I'm gonna say this because this is an old school. This was Dota 1 when it
त्यो फिजिकको पनि
used
2टा
to be
गेम
a
रहेछ
thing back a long time ago.
I like it. So yeah, you put Zai up so together.
I think so.
On that dual lane.
Maybe
You're
they'll
having
try.
mid one Kunka. Because
Maybe they-
because
yeah.
mid one's like.
आजकल टाइनी
Well,
कस्तो
I
पिक
guess
भएको
we still don't know what the.
अहिले के मान्थ्यो टाइनी कस्तो पिक
But
भएको
either way,
It's
Same.
Kunka's, yeah.
Kunka's one of those mid laners, right? You can pick it early. There's a very few matches where Kunka.
कति भयो कि लगातार 3टा गेममा टाइम पावरफुल त पावरफुल छ है ए ल बेसी राम्रो टाइम सक्र बनाइहाल्छ झ्वाट रुक्का बनाउँछ होला त्यो
What's
Voker,
beating?
they're
धेरै राख्नु पर्ने यार लेट गेम 200 स्योर बनाउनु ए फिनिस इटीले नि राख्छ
That's what I'm thinking.
Ultimate
But I
action
like the
is-
Mars. I like your Mars suggestion. So
see is
छैन बल्ल त त्यही ठोकरले ठोकर सपोर्ट जस्तै बगर
about the Mars Phoenix.
so secret.
मैले बगर सपोर्ट जस्तै
Christmas.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So they're probably gonna ban a box because they know that if Alliance do send that Tiny to the side lane, well, no, I guess with the lives, I don't know. It's a lot of mind games. Is it mid? Is it an off lane?
Just ban the Mars.
I don't know. It depends on secret.
तेरो कार्डहरु कस्तो कस्तो मेरो लास्ट
It's Radiant's turn to pick.
But no, they're just gonna ban out a Koi, ban out the Storm.
मेरो 41
Oh, what the heck? Pick here. Oh, I
Well,
love it.
We,
I love TI.
we think this is. It's got. Well, no, it has to be niches, but niches doesn't
Oh,
have to be. He doesn't
good.
play any of these
It would just be weird if it was. He's not. Then they have no
Yeah.
carry. And they're like.
मेरो को दुई जनाले खेले
Niche hero. What are we getting for niche? Niche
10
PL.
seconds.
को पापाराजी छ मिराकल छ मोला छ जिया छ
You're on top of the egg though, right?
Easy.
You wanna just.
अरे बिग एम मात्र
Gyro.
Easy,
This one's
easy.
been getting a lot more popularity too.
बिग एम मात्र है
But it does confirm our suspicions. You know, Gyro,
मिराकल
Zayak, puppy made. An alliance. Is that Tiny going? Is it going off? Like, you say that in the off lane it could suffer, it could pay off to go for the
मेरो
combo, go for
कस्तो
the Mars.
I'm just
नानीको मेरो पुरा गोल्डन कार्डहरु
watch
छ के
how the invoker.
नचै नचै राम्रो
They go for
You can choose
another
now.
Koi for sort of cheese hero that in the past has sort of been considered a free win hero for
तेरो
them.
त त्यसमा आउँछ नि
Lone
त
Druid is in play.
565 हो कि कतिमा कार्ड कार्ड
We've seen Alliance get this fifth
Huh?
pick, and he just wins games.
He also has
with
the.
his heroes.
They have so many ways to work the egg now. Too.
565 मा
Savage
छ नि
Roar,
त्यो कतिवटा कार्ड
a lot of different ways. The lane also, that's a hero that can do pretty well versus Kunkka. Farm pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty nicely with. And I'm just curious to see what. With that axe, with the Battle Hunger card snap. Also
mean-
with Gyro too. Snap plus Barrage does.
Because this get
Let's see it.
it is a test, right? Because you look at these drafts, and if you're going to go on anything you know about Dota 2, you would say Alliance have won this.
Yeah, I like
You
the
would say
Alliance
Alliance have won this,
more.
but that's the exciting thing. This is a secret lineup that we've not really seen. It is a Yapsa Invoke. Showing us something new here at this TI, and showing how good it can be, or how bad it can be.
Yeah.
We'll see which way it goes.
So the one thing that the supporters
त्यो
provide,
ग्लिच
I did
भएर
actually
चाहिँ
talk to
मेरो
Yapster about this.
165
Because what is the logic behind it?
The EMP is ridiculous. It just
Well, just early levels as well. It's just
मलाई
it's so
मलाई
much better. The
डिप्रेसन
mana burn is
भइसकेको
insane.
थियो
Like,
मेरो
it is really
41
just
थियो
so
1
crazy inside of
89
team fights by the pressure. How he does in the lane.
थाहा छैन
That's the one thing. Is that Invoker in the laning phase is
But you
he's
said it's
super
strong.
weak.
You said you got the combo with the axe, right?
When you have the combo with that, but if they get on top of him, he's squishy. I'm wondering what items he's so slow as that Invoker. You know, I think I can't remember. I watched a lot of his games.
PC मा गर्न
last
पाउँदैन
year. I'm just saying the starting item, like what he starts just in the laning phase, because the lane is so important. If you mess up and you have to be able to get.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting to game 2 of
Poker
Secret
त्यो पोकर
versus
सपोर्ट
Alliance.
It's the
Secret.
Bassi Rush.
Okay.
Blast where you
Bassi- yeah,
prove
Bassi.
yourself.
Yeah, he
Bassi
got
Well.
boots.
फिजिकल मान्दैन हैन
Already made up my mind.
Let's see it. So we saw game 1 Secret able to win with very
Ah,
much
इसमें तो
standard lineup.
कस्तो
Zabrud, Zanark, a tough game. They did win this
कस्तो लाग्यो यसमा
round.
चाहिँ निसाको
Saw Invoker Throne. You know, this is what sort of caused me
Team
eye
with
starting
first
to see
out,
other
call
teams
it
well
secret
play,
होला नि
play the gyro, get in the gyro position.
action
A lot of times now, the eye
number of towers
still can work. Not
6 to
necessarily
10
sort of your
Could be
first
good.
sort of carry that comes to mind when you think about strong carries at the moment in the meta, but teams are still playing it and they're still winning with it.
right last the farm yeah.
So what's the reason for that? What are you trying to dodge?
Hey,
You don't
the
want
ice
to
bag
go
with the
head to head
current.
with the lone druid.
Gyro just doesn't.
30 seconds.
Tiny Willow.
First things first.
मा त त्यो निसाको हुन्छ
In the mid lane as a gyro, with your base damage,
Oh,
you're
first
going
one,
to get
get
to a lot
that
of
as
creeps,
well.
right? Against, if it is going to be the lone druid, going to would imagine. But we'll see. We'll see how he can do it. Already,
Tower to the 60.
been found out. Tiger's able to trap him with the brambles, and that's first blood for Box.
I think mid you at least get your your levels, and you can always get
Tower
to
to
get
the
some secret last bottom. You just can probably chain.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I'll give him
It's gonna be tough. You're against the man in his bed.
Look here, Saki
What's your right?
अर्कोमा त्यहाँ पुरा 1-1 भइसक्यो
Oh, okay, never mind that. He's gonna be fine in mid. he's just got 4
त्यहाँ
bounty
न्युजीको
recall.
गेम त सुरु भयो 1-1 भइसक्यो
Alright, yeah, there's no worries in the mid lane. Yeah, he should.
त्यही अब TI
He'll be fine, but it's still.
It's the first time भयो त
Always choose the right crew for the job.
साँच्चै यो चाइनिज टिमहरुको आइटम क्या खतरा खतरा के यस्तो भन्दैन अहिले किचनमा बसिरहेको छ
10 seconds.
किचनमा बसिरहेको छ
Five seconds.
किचनमा बसिरहेको छ क्या पुरा टक हान्न आएको छ पिस क्वाट खान्छ तिमीहरूले मोमोसँग खान्छ मोमोसँग खाँदैन कति मोमो खायो क्या हुन्छ तेरो मोस्ट पिक हिरो किन राखेको छ मैले त रुबिक राखेको चेन राखेको चेन पनि Highest network first with alchemist, easily alchemist.
Prepare for battle.
The Arabian is the highest, you know. The highest deny sponsor. Highest network को सबसे सजिलो आएर आउँछ most Rosan to TNC ले तो रोशन हान्नै सक्दैन नि
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
खै त्यसपछि र alchemist को हुँदैन alchemist हुँदैन
Step lively now.
Sure beats the courier races, Ajax.
उनीहरूको जहिले त्यही हुन्छ नि दुईटा जुन लिन्छ माथि
Straight to the bottom with you.
सँगै जुन लिन्छ सँगैको भित्र मेरो कुरा बुझ्दैन हायसले त किन त्यसको धेरै खै जे होस् त्यो एल्केमिस्टको थर्ड निकै बाउन्टी पाएर हुनुपर्ने त्यो अफलाइनको हो एल्केमिस्ट त्यही याद गरेर हेर्छ त्यो क्यारी र अफलेन लिनमै बसिरहेको छ थाहा छ पहिला उनीहरूले होइन एक लेन मात्र कति हो त्यो देखाउने हिरो काउन्टर गर्छ भने होइन त्यो मिड लेन के क्यारी र के भन्छ अफलेन घुमे गर्छ टिपी गर्दैन नि त टिपी गरे त उनीहरूले टिपी गर्छ
No way!
डिनाइ कस्तो चलिरहेको छ अब हाम्रो गर्नै मिल्दैन है तिनवटा Oh my god. कस्तो ड्यामेज गर्यो पाँचवटा कुन्काको पहिला अस्ति भएको कुन्काले गर्छ ओके त्यो सेकेन्ड पाला दिन हामीले पनि कुन्का
Dire's courier has been killed. I know you wanted to kill it, Jix, but we don't get to fight.
Yeah. Okay, stop. Not okay, गाह्रो भइरहेछ के भन्छ लाग्ला त टप सजिलो हुन्छ होला हैन के ल दुईटा स्टर्नर छ त्यो कुद्नै मिल्दैन हुन्छ Muore. Comunicava l'altro.
Straight to the bottom with you.
और की राजा But the support pack denied.
You hurt the ones you love.
Straight to the bottom with you.
Okay, courier मारेर गाह्रो भइरहेको छ तिनीहरू बल्ल स्ल्याप मार्छ अब डिनाइ गर्छ ल डिनाइ गर्छ म त डिनाइ हैन ल माथि पुगिसकेको यसलाई डिनाइ गए खाएन No, कुन काले गरिदियोस् ल गेम जितेको हारेको बाल छैन होइन एल्केमिस्ट दा धेरै हुन्छ जस्तो है यसमा नेट त छैन भयो त्यही त क्या आजकल कोले एल्केमिस्ट धेरै खेल्छ त्यसकै हाइएस्ट रुपियाँ एभरेज अहिले मिराकले मिलाएर हो होइन स्लाक हेर्न स्लाक कहाँ बिचरा जङ्गल जाँदा त्यो पनि बिहान त्यसलाई ल कस गरे एसकेले जितेर जित्यो पनि एसके त्यो त स्योर तर एल्केमिस्टको 25मा हाएस्ट भयो भने त्यो जोडा छाड्यो 25 मिनटमा हाएस्ट नेटवर्क भयो भने एल्केमिस्ट जोडा छाड्यो रेडियन्स बनाउने दुई रेडियन्स तामिल त राम्रो नम्बर 1 हुन्छ नम्बर 2 मा खै मर्टिन खतरा परेन
To dust.
Illusion.
If you're looking for Radiant's bottom tower, better hurry.
हुन्छ नि अफलाइनहरुको हाइएस्ट डिनाइड दुवै अफलाइन
Jex thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall. Can't say he's wrong. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Jex thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall. Can't say he's wrong.
Saturday one to त्यति छ त I'm tired of person. Ahaha. At gusto pa sa akin pala mo sa immortal threat.
Nothing good happening to Radiant's middle tower.
Kingdom is dust.
Double kill!
Fight away.
Slark had his way with you. Well done.
Next one. Next one. No. Paper. Sure.
I lost.
Life for games क्या है? तनिष्क मानना Life for games क्या है? तनिष्क मानना that FPS जो पूरा और की रास तनिष्क मानना that FPS जो पूरा और की रास तनिष्क मानना क्या मजाले काम गरिरहेछ भने
Don't answer that. Killing spree!
होला नि त स्ट्रिमरहरुको सुनसान डिस्कर्डमा चाहिँ
हेलो
क्या मजाले काम गरिरहेछ नि आइकन
Do
स्टार्ट
Radiant want
गरेर
their
हैन
middle tower to fall?
क्या मजाले खाइरहेछ
Dire's top tower has some Radiant-shaped problems. Radiant's middle
ए
tower
जी
is under attack.
ब्रोडकास्टरको आवाज नआएकै हो भन
Do Radiant want their middle tower to fall?
हाम्रो पिकपिन बेस्टिमर भइसक्यो
I must be dreaming.
Dire don't look too scared of Radiant's top tower.
Your admiral is on board.
It's the humiliation.
Dominate!
The ecstasy of agony.
ए स्लाफले बल्ल फार्म पाए
Is Dire going to let that middle tower fall?
एल्फोसलाई रोक्न सक्यो भने त जित्छ होला एल्फोसा कसले रोक्छ
तिमीहरू कुन म्याचहरू म त लिक्विड रेप खाइरहेको फर्स्ट गेममा कस्तो रेप खाएको यार तिमीहरूले त एल्कीवाला
Dire's top tower is under attack.
त्यही छ त
Dire's top tower has some
push to
Radiant-shaped
kill.
problems.
Push to
Radiant's
top
bottom
is-
tower is under
युजर
attack.
सेटिङमा जा अनि भोइस एन्ड युजर सेटिङमा जा त्यहाँ तल छैन त्यो नामको सायद कस्तो ल्याग खाइरहेको छ टाइम टाइम त्यही त भोइस एन्ड ओभरले के ठिकै छ नि त
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Oi. What the fuck?
Come.
CC इंजली पूरी कैरी करके रखा है लिक्विड के इसलिए नहीं दिया
Yes, Anika.